Goldberg. Hey, it's Wrestling Hero Figs. That's right, my friends. We have the Fan Takeover Ultimate Edition Goldberg, and we got a couple of comparisons. We're going to do a full in-depth unboxing in today's video. So with that all being put together, I say we go to Spear City. Goldberg. From Atlanta, Georgia, standing at 6'4", Bill Goldberg. Yes, in the Ultimate Edition for the very first time in a long time coming. Not just from Mattel stepping in here and finally making this man in the UE lineup, but I'm just talking about this damn Amazon exclusive, you guys. Drop a like if you guys have been struggling just as much as I have in order to get my hands on these, you guys. I'm telling you, I put the order in. Next thing you know, Bill Goldberg's like, brah, we ain't coming in. We're going to actually ship it out and then let you know that your package has been lost. Countless times. I cannot tell you how many times I've been struggling, really just with every single Ultimate Edition figure. And Goldberg, no exception, right? We got him coming up here, and I'm glad that we do got him now. So the full in-depth review, oh, dude, it can easily go down right now. Here's a little quick ranking on the actual gear that was chosen for this figure. So the most popular choice was the one from 1998, which for me, I feel like for a lot of figgy collectors, I don't think that's right, my friends. I feel like we would have ideally would have preferred to see him in maybe a WWE run or the later Trunks, which I do want to have a comparison on that. I want to see how that's going to scale with his prior elites, as well as some customs that we've seen on the channel. So a great looking figure. Let's pull out the accessories, you guys, because we're getting the World Heavyweight and United States Championship for the very first time. No, I'm kidding. We've actually gotten this a good handful of times. We've seen this, I'd say, more times than I can count. I would say probably closer to the 20 marker. Yeah, we got to be up there for sure. Now, on the other hand, the United States Championship, this was actually released with Goldberg. The very first time that this belt was introduced was in that Elite 2-pack. It was with him and Bret the Hitman Hart during their whole feud. So if you didn't pick that up, or if you just didn't want both of those figures, here's your chance to not only get the U.S. title, but also, for the very first time in action figure history, we're getting the smoke. That's right, buddy boys. Light it up. Get your RVD. Get your Matt Riddle figure. Because you know what? Action figure setups, this right here, it's what's going to really bring it all together. So it's pretty much like a cloud of smoke. So as you guys know, when Bill Goldberg makes his way down to the ring, on the back, you can see that the man right there, he likes to light it up, man. You get all those fireworks going. Next thing you know, all that smoke that's in the middle of the air, well, the man's got to cough it out. So that's actually the whole purpose as to why they included this. And it's good, you guys, because when it does come to the Ultimate Edition lineup, ultimately, what could you do with Goldberg? I mean, the guy really didn't do much with the gears. So for them to go out there and step out of the realm, I think that's pretty good. Interchangeable hands. We're going to get closed fist. We're going to get 2 pointing figures. That way you can tell your buddy, he's like, who's next? You're next. WHF fam, all the time, friends. And then the ones that are on the figure will be the mic open. Now, you will get 2 head scans to interchange it with. And I want to show you, man, got to get one for the Maki, one for the Lucy, and now we can show you both scans that you can swap it out. So if you want to do the screaming look, right, which actually, I think for Goldberg, anytime that this man's about to hit you with that spear, this is appropriate, man. I really like the choice with the alternate scan. Definitely hands down probably the best out of the 3. The second one, this is actually the one where you're going to port the smoke into. So all you got to do, you can see the whole open mouth design, which if you're not actually utilizing it for the smoke design, I don't know, man, it's going to take away from the actual look of Goldberg, because he's got this dumb look on his face. There you go. Here's the man smoking. And I do want to interswap it. Before I do that, though, I want to see with the one that's actually the stock look is going to look like on the figure. So here it is, man. And I want to bring up, again, an old Elite. And if you guys are wondering, too, why the hell that Goldberg is in a rock box, well, we made our own version of the Ultimate Edition. So I think that's actually going to come in pretty good as far as the actual look and the ranking of how this figure is going to line up. And I like this, man. Anytime Mattel is curious, like, bro, these people are asking for Ultimate Edition, but yet we don't want to reuse a brand new mold, right? Which that's actually what they did. This mold that I ended up using on this custom, This is actually the exact same thing that you're seeing on Bill Goldberg. Really, only difference is that Mattel ended up leveling up, so they actually ended up doing the hair on mine. This one was based off the John Cena Ultimate Edition, which actually had the acetone part of the shorts off, so there was no chest hair involved. So yeah, taken back. You know what? Still glad that Mattel came through on this. This is so freaking awesome. The elbow pads too, I really like that, you guys. Getting into one of his actual elites, I'm going to show you over here as to what he looks like side-by-side comparison with one of his recent, or actually technically later day Goldbergs. Scale-wise, I say that the Ultimate Edition is just a tad bit bigger. I'm definitely noticing this one bringing a little bit more. I mean, both legs are straight, but you can see how it stands right there when you have them face to face. So which torso is better? Well, I'll tell you what. I've really been a big fan of the butterfly joints. So when they brought that here with this man, I was like, hell yeah, man. Really the only man that can compete is the custom. And this act, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, and as far as when it comes to like the actual elite body mold, I truly feel that this Hillbilly Jim look works really good. And this is actually an old Jax. This is way back in the good old days. You guys were wondering where I got that scan from, but there's a little quick comparison right there alongside my Ultimate Edition. So same time frame, same design when it did come to the elbow pads, and it looks like Mattel took the same approach with the open design. But that being said, man, let's check it out. Let's see what this scan looks like. I am getting some QC. You can see that the forehead piece does have a couple of marks right there towards the upper half right there. But as far as like the chest hair and the rest of like the tattoo work, it's looking really nice, man. I cannot complain with the, as far as the choice that they went with. I mean, after all, we ended up using the same. So cheers to you, Mattel, on executing a really nice looking figure. I want to see that smoke and scan. I want to see how that looks right there with it all. Let's check this one out, because this one is probably the one that people will be displaying him the most. That's assuming that you end up taking him out of the package, right? Because some people, they like the Maki look. So there's Goldberg, right? 420 rolls around, and then you got Matt Riddle finally confronting him about the match that they're never going to have. Hey, if it does happen, you got to sign this man up. So that's what it looks like right there. So again, facial expression, it's more of like a plain doll look. I mean, after all, the guy just came through a bunch of fireworks, right? How happy could he possibly be? And as far as that staying in there, it does stay in there real good. You can actually see how I'm moving it around, yet there's like nothing as far as preventing it from falling out, which is awesome, dude. That was one of the concerns as far as how that was going to go all together. Now, I want to get the screaming one because I definitely want to see what this one is going to do right there as opposed to that stock look. Look at that, man. There's Goldberg, Bill Goldberg. Who's next? I'll tell you what. Hold on. We got to figure that out, because in order to determine if the WHF fam will be the next ones, right here, you got to let Goldberg know. That way he can point at you. He's like, you're next. There you go. So the fact that we have a pointing hand, like, yeah, we've gotten it from Mattel before, and you could have done more like a promo Goldberg with like a plain hand, without the glove. But this is the first time that we're getting the actual pointing hand with the glove mold. So ultimately, this is the look that we were looking for, man. I like that. Again, the elbow pads too, really good as far as the open look to it all. So as far as like posing them around, you're going to get a whole freaking angle. Look at that, way past the 45-degree angle marker without a doubt. Solid trunks on the black right there with the matchies. The knee pads too, they are going to get the smaller design, but it would still have the open design look to it all. The calves, it's similar to like the Stone Cold theme. So if you guys were curious, like, yo, what's good on those, man? Well, we've seen them with Austin. So if you guys were curious, there's the low boot cut design with it, man. I'm still telling you, dude. I mean, again, when it comes to Elite, I got to say that the look on this one versus that, I guess it all depends too on the time and frame that you're going with. But this is freaking sick, man. Let's get both titles on there. We'll get the United States Championship, right? Because after all, that's what the man does. He carries the gold around, and then he gets the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, we can truly give him an overall ranking as to where he should sit, right? I think comfortably, as far as accessories, World Heavyweight and United States Championship, that's appropriate for the time and era. definitely a nice little touch to it. I think the smoke, that skin right there, is the one that's going to make this the prize winner. That's going to be, leveling this up right there as a whole for the ranking. I got to give him a 9.5, you guys. Like, one thing that I do want to see in the future, if they plan on making another Goldberg, I would love to see him in his debut right there for WWE when he came with like the jeans and there was like a jacket that he was wearing. That'd be sick, dude. Put that figure in with this head scan. This would be freaking awesome. And again, very similar to the prior release, except the tone of the beard of it has changed. Give me your thoughts though. Let me know what you guys think of this figure. Do you plan on sleeping on it? Do you plan on spearing it? Let me know in the comments. This, for me personally, was definitely a top priority. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Spear!